Hey guys, and welcome to another video. We are back at the track again to test my E36 drift car. And I also bought myself this new mat, which is really nice. So now we can have that and bring that on some track days. So that's pretty cool. So we're slowly getting more and more professional here. It's nice. And I also bought myself some new Sparko gloves, used. But anyways, it's nice to now, for the first time, I'll drift with proper gloves, which are meant for the Alcantara steering wheel. Time to fire up the car, get it through the technical inspection, and then go out on track and have some fun.
Hvis fjerde virker, ja, det er kassa.
Er det mulig? Ja. Jeg hadde gledet meg så. What a day. We got half a lap of drifting and then the transmission blew. That's what we think, at least. I'm pretty sure, because I do not have first gear, I do not have second gear, I don't have third gear, and at this point I thought, okay, maybe it's the prop shaft or something like that, but then I have fourth gear. Luckily, I actually have a transmission at home. This sucks. Half a lap. I brought so many tires. I was so excited about this day too. Time to go home and fix the car another day. Now over to today's sponsor, and that is Navi. They have sent me the latest and greatest model, the Navi S60 electric scooter with 60 kilometers range and a cool design inspired by the Tesla Cybertruck. With a powerful 1000 watts motor and a 48 volt battery system, it can climb angles up to 24%. It also has a rough and advanced dual steel suspension, which gives a smooth ride whether you're going on tarmac or in the woods. And the best part, it has rear wheel drive, which means you can do wheelies with it. This is super fun to ride and very useful when you're not going too far. I mean, 60 kilometers is actually pretty far, to be honest. Yeah, you can take it to work or use it when you're going to a friend to save both time and fuel. You can also lock it from your app when you are parking it, and you can connect it to Find My iPhone on your Apple device. Visit the link in the description below to find a model that suits you. And now, back to the video. Okay, we are now at the shop with the E36 and we have picked up the transmission that I had in my basement. My mechanic Alex and a friend of his, Thor, helped me get the E36 out and in to the shop. I don't know how that looks, but I assume pretty chaotic with only having fourth gear, and you can't start the car in fourth gear from a standing still. But yeah, now we're going to be fixing and swapping out the transmission. Hopefully that's everything that broke on the car, and we will get the car drivable again. So this is a transmission from a Opel Omega B 2.5 V6. The engine is a SAAB 9.3 turbo engine, the B204L. But hopefully we will bang out this swap pretty fast, we hope. YouTube projects always seem like it goes by super fast, so today I will start the timer for you guys, you see right here, and we'll now see how long we use on this swap. Let's drain the oil to see if we can find some fun surprises in here.
Oh! Look at them bring.
Oh, damn! Yeah, that's something. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be like that. There we have something too. Yeah, interesting. The plan is actually to get done tonight, so that's interesting. And the clock is already like 10 almost, so it's quite late now. And yeah, so no problem. Alex says it's no problem, so then it's no problem. But I mean, I came here pretty late because I had baby duty, but once my girlfriend came home, I can travel here and then help out. So it's super nice that they'd begun a little bit without me. That's nice. Okay, we now removed the brace right there, and now next up is removing the prop shaft right there. And I do see that there is quite a lot of oil on the prop shaft, so there has been some kind of leaks behind here on the rear simmering, or what it's called.
Hva var det å ta dette?
Ja.
Kanskje da.
This is custom, look at that. We have some homemade welding right there. But it works though. Homemade welding right there too. Now we have loosened the hydraulic hose for the release bearing. For the release bearing, yeah. That is actually inside the transmission. We have already removed the whole gear linkage behind here. That's pretty nice. That part right there, that comes from a 2-liter because, and the reason we're using a 2-liter right here is because that fits directly to the BMW prop shafts. Now we got one bolt left, and that's a tricky one, because the exhaust is in the way. The bolt is that one. But we will loosen it a little bit and then simply take the transmission backwards as we loosen that. Instead of taking the bolt out that way, we're taking the transmission that way over there. That's much easier than removing the whole downpipe.
Skal vi spenne på de som skrur da?
Oh yeah. It's loose!
Kjør på.
Like no. Oh yeah. Oh, look at him. He's strong. How's the clutch looking?
Mint.
Mint. We got Socks clutch made by Socks. We can see inside there. Cool.
228.
How long does it take to take out this transmission? 45 minutes. We've been using 45 minutes. Are we happy with that?
It could have been faster if we didn't talk so much.
Yes, true.
But no problem.
Okay, how is this looking though? Do we want to swap that out to the other ones or use the one we got over here? What's better?
This one.
This is better?
Yeah. None of those are good, but
What?
this is better.
None of them are good? What are you talking about? This is so nice.
The sound is not supposed to be there.
Okay, I've tried, I called so many places, but no one could source me a new thrust bearing in time. So we simply have to work with what we got. Now we need to take this part over on that one. This is much bigger, so this needs to get off, so the 2-liter thing here will fit. Now we're getting closer to making this transmission look like that transmission. Good?
Yeah.
Lubrication! That's important. WD-40, that helps you out in any situation.
Usch da. Not any situation. But
Yes. Lube it up. Ooh, that's nice. Oh yeah.
Hva er det ting? Torque to spec.
Oh yeah, torque to spec. But the simmering looks good though, doesn't it?
Yeah, better than this one.
Yes, okay, that's good. We believe that maybe the transmission has been leaking a lot of oil out of this simmering, and that may have been the reason why this failed, because it had low oil level. So I've been driving hard with little oil in the transmission, and then kaboom. So hopefully that will not happen on this new transmission.
Kaboom.
Okay, now we are assembling the gear linkage, which was on that transmission, so we need the parts on this transmission, so it's the same.
Can you just mount these other parts that we took off?
Yeah, the welded homemade gear linkage, which we have, which go over back here. Now this will go on to here, og så må vi montere. Takk, nå er det god. Det er ikke det.
Nei, det er greit.
A little bit, but it's acceptable. See right there, a little bit, but whatever. It's more exciting now when we actually get the oil out. That's a different color. This is good. That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we are using is 75W90 gear oil right here. It'll be nice to have a fresh oil change on the new transmission. The R25, R28 transmission takes 1.5 liters of oil. We have now used 1:35. 1 hour and 35 minutes, and we are now ready to install the transmission back in the car. Okay, transmission is now on the car, and we are ready to mount the gear linkage, which we have right there, with this super nice China quality gear lever. But I kind of like it, I think it's pretty cool. Ready to mount that on the car and get that up in the car right there. Now gear linkage and then prop shafts, then we are done, and we have now been using 2 hours now. So I assume 2.5 hours. The car will start and we will have the first test drive. Perhaps, if everything goes to plan. Oh yeah, exhaust on and everything else, all the brackets, this is back on. So now it's going to bleed the clutch. We need to fill with some brake fluid. Someone needs to get in the car, someone needs to fill brake fluid, and then we need to bleed the system. Okay, we're trying to bleed the clutch here. Ah, what? Oil coming from here?
Brake fluid.
Brake fluid coming from here. It's supposed to come there, not there. We believe it comes from the
Release bearing?
Release bearing?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I need to do the job all over again.
Yes.
And we should have like bleed the system before we mounted everything.
Yes. We can just forget about this timer though, because we have been using now almost 3 hours, but this will not. Damn, this sucks. Everything is done. That was the final thing.
You can do a new timer though.
Yeah.
How fast is it for us to take this out now? It was 45 minutes earlier.
Yeah, true.
I believe
20 minutes?
25 minutes.
You think?
I think so.
Maybe. But is it possible to fix now, Daukele? Is it?
You can change to the other bearing.
Oh, yeah.
I believe it's a leakage from inside of the bearing, release bearing. Inside.
Ah. Mentally, I was ready to go home, but if we can actually fix this, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm down. If you are, of course.
Tor, vi gjør det igjen.
Woo! We will start the timer all over again. We are now at 3 hours right here. Are we ready? 25 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
We have started the timer. Let's see if we can remove transmission now in 25 minutes.
20 minutes later.
It's out in
15 minutes.
15 minutes we got the transmission out. Damn, that's cool. 15 minutes to get the transmission out. That's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so since the pilot bearing is leaking on the transmission we now put in the car, we're going to use this from the old transmission. And what are we going to do here, Alex?
Just remove those bolts
Remove
and
the
just
bolts?
take the complete unit out, I think.
Remove the bolts around here, yeah, and just the whole unit, because we don't want to mess with the O-ring that's in here that's working. And this is dry, and it has been dry, even though this transmission blew. This part is okay, and it's not leaking, so that should be good. Okay.
There we go.
That's a dry unit.
I hope so.
We hope so. Now let's install this whole unit on that transmission. Oh yeah.
A few moments later.
Okay, now we have filled up with some new brake fluid for the clutch, and we're now going to bleed the clutch, and hopefully it doesn't leak like it did. We have now been using 51 minutes to get the transmission back in again, with a little bit of struggling actually to get the transmission back in, but nevertheless we're ready to test it out. Now it is day number 2 with the car. We are done, finally. It's just me and Thor here today. Alex had some other business to attend to, so he lent us the shop, which is pretty nice. So thank you for that. But yeah, it takes a little bit longer when you put 2 noobs in a shop and not a pro. So we used about an hour now. I have baby duty back home now, so I need to go back home. So now we're gonna lower the car again, and hopefully the transmission works. I mean, we have fresh oil in there. It should be good, but I mean, there can be something wrong we have been doing. There can be something wrong with the transmission that we don't know. Exciting stuff, but now let's test it out. Okay, we're now going to just test the car on the jack here, see if it goes into all gears. First gear is good. Unfortunately, I had to run home because my girlfriend had to go to work. So Alex tested the car for me and shifted through the gears to make sure everything was fine. Yep, all good. Car seems fine. Now time for track day. And as you can see, we are already at the track now, and I have some very sad news. I can't quite believe it, but the transmission we installed in the car blew after a few meters. The car wouldn't move. It got stuck in gears and it wouldn't go out of gears. And it was, yeah, I couldn't move the car. It was horrible. So I don't know what happened, but that transmission was really bad. Maybe it was bad before we even put it in. I don't really know, but yeah, that's the game of drifting, and you never really know when you buy used parts. So that really sucks that the transmission was bad or went bad, or I don't even know. That means, well, we simply have to swap to another transmission. No time to waste, go back to the shop after the track day and fix it. Okay, ready for another transmission swap. Pardon? Yeah. Yes. Now it is time to test the car with the new transmission. I didn't want to film all of the process once more, but now let's properly test it so we know it's ready for track day.
Det var clutch. Nice. Very nice. No third gear.